Do you sometimes ask yourself if you're giving yourself too much self-compassion and if maybe you need a bit more tough love to succeed with your habits? Stick around and I'm going to answer that question for you. My name is Jimena Ramirez. I'm a behavior change coach and I'm the director of coaching and program strategy at Body Brain Alliance. With our coaching clients, with the products we offer, we use a compassionate approach as one of our pillars. First of all, what is a compassionate approach? A compassionate approach doesn't mean that we don't push you to try to be better or to change. It doesn't mean that we don't have direct and hard conversations. It means that we don't believe in the just do it approach. We don't believe in the just push harder approach. A compassionate approach means that we understand that everyone is going through something, and it is important to acknowledge that, and that pushing yourself and shaming yourself in a way that makes you feel bad is rarely going to create lasting change. We teach our clients how to use those shortcomings to understand more about themselves, about their behaviors, about how they can change in a way that is gentle, in a way that is nourishing to them and to their future behavior and to their present self. We really truly believe that no one is broken, no one needs to be fixed, and it's our mission as coaches to help you understand more about yourself, about the way that your brain works, and about how you can create those conditions for more success in your own life. So compassion is really about fostering curiosity over judgment and understanding more about how we operate and actually using that to produce that long-term change that we're seeking. How do you know if you need more compassion or more tough love? If you're asking yourself that question, the answer is that very likely you need a bit more compassion. And it is important to mention that compassion is not and should not be antagonistic to still taking action. It is about how we are choosing to move towards that action. It is about feeling that we're growing and really choosing to acknowledge that. It is about being able to understand what didn't go well without really dwelling on that. And it is about being able to celebrate what is going well, even if we're not where we want to be yet. We absolutely encourage you to pair compassion with action. And we want that action to really feel authentic and to really feel mindful and intentional in a way where we don't need to fear failure as we're taking action, because we know that that failure is not the end of the world. It's just one more part of your behavior change journey, and you will continue to make progress even if you're failing along the way. What is the difference between self-compassion and self-indulgence? And I think this is a difference that clients sometimes struggle to understand. And when clients are telling us that they are afraid to be too compassionate, what I'm seeing is that they are actually talking about being self-indulgent. I want to give you an example that I feel illustrates this beautifully when it comes to self-compassion and self-indulgence and the different extremes that we can go into. I want you to think about the situation where there's a parent or a caretaker, and a kid gets home and says that they failed their test. So they tell the parent or the caretaker, I failed my test. In one scenario, the parent would say, well, of course you did. I didn't even see you study once. Go to your room and you're not going out for the weekend and you can't have your phone and this is terrible. That would be the judgmental parent. That parent didn't even ask, like, what happened? What do you think didn't go well? They didn't even give the kid the benefit of the doubt. They didn't help them explore. They simply judged them. I knew that you didn't study. I saw this, so of course it was going to happen, and they punished them, thinking that that was going to yield the best result. Another scenario where the kid comes home and says, I failed my test. And the parent says, that's fine. Tests are stupid anyway. Let's just go and get ice cream. That's okay. So in that situation, the parent is trying to provide comfort by offering something else and taking the kid's mind off failing the test, but it's not really offering something about reflection regarding what they could do, what could go better, encouraging them to try again. It's more like, forget about it. This is stupid. That is the indulgent parent. And there is something in between, which is the compassionate parent. And in this scenario, the kid comes home and says, I failed my test. And the compassionate parent is going to be saying something like, I'm so sorry that you failed. That must be really frustrating. What do you think went wrong? Like, do you think there was something that you could have done differently? Do you think there's some way that I could support you? Maybe we can hire a tutor to help you with this. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Get ready for dinner. We'll relax. And tomorrow will be a new day and we'll work on that. The compassionate parent is asking, what do you think happened? They're encouraging the kid to get curious about their behavior, about their result, about how they could do better. They are encouraging them to take action. Let's try something tomorrow. Let's hire a tutor. Let's think about this. They're not shaming the kid. They're trying to help them understand their behavior, validating how they feel. They're not giving them a free pass. They're actually saying, we're going to try again, but they're not immediately going into judgment mode. We can actually apply this to ourselves. You probably don't need to try harder or push yourself, But you may need more compassionate awareness about what did not work so that you can tweak that when you're taking action next. And being able to get curious about things requires us to not go immediately into judgment mode, because that means that we have already made a decision about why this is happening. So we are probably not going to be digging into that and getting curious about why, wondering what didn't go well, wondering what we could do different, and giving ourselves that benefit of the doubt. So when you're thinking, should I apply more tough love in my journey? I want you to think about being that compassionate parent to yourself. Think about how you can be curious, you can encourage action, and you can at the same time do so while making you feel good along that journey, which is going to create more lasting change. If you like this video and if you want to see more of this type of videos, please hit like, hit subscribe to our channel, and let us know what else you'd like to see.